Right, that's that done. I've got to refer to my notes. So, oh yeah, USB adapter lead. So I put here USB sockets for the phones or whatever. This is a quad lock phone mount. So we want, you know, instead of using the battery pack things, we've got power there. And I haven't got the keys with me. Right, anyway, so I'll fit it on the handlebars here, and I made a cable to go under the tank, and it comes out here, and this is described on the circuit diagram. It's described as USB socket outlet. So that's what it's for. So it's a kind of semi-permanent sort of fixture. So I was going to do a demonstration, so if we can. And we also get a voltmeter. You can just about see it there, I think. It says 12.6. You can turn it on and off with this switch, but that's fine. The other thing I did was change the indicators, because for ones which have a bigger area of colour, I can demonstrate. See, the sidecar has got these big slabs of colour, whereas the bike indicators didn't, because they're just a single LED, and then, you know, but anyway, but hopefully that is kind of equivalent to or more so anyway. And the other reason is because with this screen on, the original indicator is up here, so it's behind the screen, which is a bit naff. So it's better if it's moved down. So we've moved it down to here, and it's the same kind of brightness as the other ones. Again, it matches the pretty well matches the sidecar one. What else? Oh yeah, get these hand guards on, which are, I also use them on the Ural as well. They're quite good. They're quite good for keeping the cold air off your fingers, and they're also help with keeping the rain off as well, so your gloves don't get quite so wet. And they fit. These are the original bar end weights, and they just fit on the end of there. You need a longer screw because of this, and then the other end is a bracket, and it fits to the screw. So that's the clutch lever pivot screw, and on the other side the brake pivot screw. And unfortunately the screws are just long enough to work, so that's fine, that's okay. Next on the list is oh that's right, where is, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm improvising badly. I made this, or modified, this is a Renault Clio dipstick of an earlier model that I modified to use as a dipstick on this, because this doesn't have a dipstick. This has a sight glass in the side of the sump, and the problem I have with that, apart from the fact that it's got to be level before you can check it, you know, the bike can't be leaning on its side stand, so you've got to be sitting on it. The problem I have with this is because the sidecar's in the way, so I have to use a torch and a mirror to even see it. It's way down there. I'm trying to point at it with the thing, but instead you take the cap off, which is there, stick that in, try and keep it as upright as possible, and I made 2 marks on it so that, so I'm trying to get it to focus. So I've got 2 lines. It says a maximum there and a minimum there, which I just recently I verified what the maximum is, and I've just put that mark on recently. So we can just stick that in, cap off, stick that in, pull it out. Yeah, okay. I also, improvising again, there's no script, I'm making it up as I go along. Oh yeah, change the gearbox oil, which was what I've just done, because when I did the first service on it, and when I changed the oil, I thought, oh well, it's 75W whatever. I've got that. I've got 2, well, maybe 1.5 litres of that. I'll just put that in. Looking at it again, I'm obviously fixated on the first number. It's actually 75W140. So I got some of that. Oh, no, I've got some of that. I got 85W140, but it's mineral oil, not synthetic, so I can't use that. So I got some 75W140, and I've just put it in. Half a litre, that's fine. I also just, I haven't videoed it, but I just checked the final drive level, which is this here, is the level screw and the filler screw, and took that out, stuck my dipstick in there, see if there is oil in there. Just, I wanted to see what state it was in. I was hoping it wasn't going milky because of water getting in it, but it's not. But I had to put another 30cc in to get it up to the level of the hole. That's interesting. So I don't know if it's not filled up properly to start with, or if some's gone missing somewhere, but there's no leaks. So I don't know what that's all about. While we're here, talking about the gearbox oil change, the manuals, I think both manuals say, you've got to take it to a dealer. You can't do it yourself. I don't know why, because it's not complicated at all. It really isn't. But I think I might know why. It's because, if we get down here, I'm trying to, right, if you can see my finger waggling about there, what I'm pointing to there, that is the drain plug, and underneath it, almost right underneath it, is the cross pipe. So, but fortunately I discovered what you can do is you get a 24mm spanner, and you can get it in there whichever way around. There we are. Yeah, that's it. Get it in there like that. Tap with a rubber mallet, boing, off it goes, and then you can get in there with your hand like that and undo it. And of course the filler is the usual plug for a 10mm Allen key, so that's not complicated. So I think that's the only reason I can think of why they say you've got to take it to a dealer to get your gearbox oil changed. It's because the exhaust got to come off. Well, as I've just demonstrated, you don't have to do that. You can do it. You need, as I say, you need an open-ended 24mm Actually, I didn't get it for this. I got this for the Cadwell actually, but it's nevertheless it's quite useful for this, fortunately. What else is on the list? So, USB adapter, indicators, and guards, engine oil level, gearbox oil, final drive oil. I'll clean up the clutch arm and lubricate it a bit. I've got to lubricate the ball joints for the gear pedal. I've still got to do that, and put alpha dots on the sidecar. So I've got alpha dots on the motorcycle at the moment, and I want to put a few alpha dots on the sidecar. A couple of patches inside on the frame somewhere, that kind of thing. Disable the side stand switch, which means, because it's might be a bit dodgy, it's one of these cases where the switch has to remain closed for the bike to run. Well, if you get any oxidation, dirt, corrosion, whatever, it's gonna go open circuit, innit? So underneath the tank, so it's underneath here in this area, is a two-way mini connector. And you just unplug that and put another plug in, which has just got a wire loop. So, and that connects to the harness, so that it's permanently got a closed connection. Doesn't need the side stand switch at all. What else? Oh, that's it really. Oh, that's right. I had to change the fit a new Philips Extreme H4 bulb in the front, because I turned it on when I started all this to just, and that's another thing. You can't test the dipped beam without the engine running. You have to start the engine, otherwise it won't turn on. So I started it for, just to make sure it still starts. And oh look, dip beam doesn't work. Took it out, yeah, filament's gone. So there's another new Philips Extreme H4 in there. So it's only been in there, it's only done 1,200 miles. Well, not even that. So I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I think that's everything. I just need to do I'll see if, while I've got the cardboard down there, I'll see if I can get under there with the oiling can and reach the ball joints for the gear pedal linkage. And then that's all I'm doing for the day. I'll leave it there. So that's the story behind all that. I'll need to keep it in there for a minute. But anyway, that's what it looks like with the screen and the hand guards on. It's quite well, I don't know. Form follows function, I suppose. Depends whether you like it or not. Anyway, there you are. I'll stop this now and just finish up, and then I'll be indoors and that'll be it. So laters.